Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another video of the F1 2021 Driver Career Mode with BMW Williams, episode number 66 today for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix Season 5, round number 2. If you missed the opening round of the season, I recommend going and check that out. And of course, subscribe to the channel to see plenty more Driver Career Mode videos, as we're going to have a wet end, by the looks of it, to this race. As well, and it's a little bit worse as well on the R&D front, because obviously we're still waiting for that HQ upgrade to finally, to come in to be upgraded, because they haven't even bought it yet. Hopefully the BMW money will finally be there. Obviously Haas haven't upgraded since 1785, so that's why they are down there miles behind. So into qualifying then. Not too much to be expected with the likes of Aston Martin and Alfa Romeo, both all upgrading, and Mercedes upgrading, our real rivals really in this upgrade race for Season 5 as well. And it's typical form, we're down in P17 as well. This is my fastest lap then. Imola is a circuit where I'm not going to lie, I do struggle around here for pace. I can be... It's not the end of the world. If the car's set on the best day of the week, if the car's set up to how I like it, then I can be fast. Sector 1, we're a tenth and a bit down, so not great. Sector 1 is one of the best bits. Always lose time in Sector 2, as well as we go up through this section and then down the hill. Excuse me. This corner's always terrible. Always have to lift off here, otherwise you end up in the wall. And then we come up through the middle sector. We're 2/10 slower than Perez. Make that 3.5 slower than Vettel. So not a great time. We're not improving that much. So only 3/10 improvement as we go into the final sector. This is where I'm fastest against the AI through this final sector. Out the final corner. No Spinala for me on my lap. As we come up to the line for only P18. That's very annoying. Verstappen on pole. Leclerc though finally dragging his Ferrari up the head of the two McLarens. Stroll only 7th. Tsunoda, who is 6th as well, the lead AlphaTauri, so there's a lot of work for us to do. I'm sure we can move forwards during the race. Only 7/10 off Russell, so we are improving. We just need to get the car improving. Time for the race.
Hello there and welcome back to Imola, home circuit of the Scuderia Ferrari. We expect to see a lot of local supporters in red today. They've all turned out for what we have every expectation of being a sensational event here at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. 3.1 miles of track here at Imola, featuring 19 turns, 9 to the right and 10 to the left. Remember that Imola differs from most other Formula 1 circuits as it's driven anti-clockwise. Let's hope no one forgets that today. The exit from turn 18 will probably be the setup for many of today's overtakes, leading as it does into the longest straight of the circuit and its only DRS zone. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Sainz, Yuki Tsunoda, and Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Ireland, Norris and Lewis Hamilton, Ocon, Russell, Sergio Perez and Gasly. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Latifi, Vettel and Guan Yu Zhou. a Williams, Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
I hope we can, Jeff. It is going to be hard. I did think about doing the alternate strategy for medium to soft, but we're too far back. You know, if we want to be able to do that, then we're going to need to do. We're going to need it a lot further out the grid, and plus it's only light rain, so we might not be on to winters anyway now in this game. So 5 red lights then to the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, and away we go. And it's an okay start, better than the 2 Haas, but then a bit of cardboard moves faster than that car on this year's game. Dart down the inside of one of the DS cars, moving across there as there goes one of the Aston Martins. I think that was Vettel, had a Spinala, and he went off into the gravel. Get a replay with Vettel to see what happened. I think it's Latifi, the Canadian, who basically sponsors that team, and he just tapped his rear right there as he got on the curb there as we're trying to get past Latifi now. We're going to have a nice little dive, a huge dive on there. Perez gives us the room in the Aston Martin car. We'll move up to P13. In actual fact, Gasly there has now lost out to me, but Gasly, me making that overtake meant that Gasly got the better exit and was able to power pass Perez. Gasly's going to be quick. We need to get past, hopefully, Russell as soon as we can, but we can't find our way past in the final corner, penultimate corner, excuse me, as we come out the final corner. A little bit wayward for both cars there. And unfortunately for us, well, Russell's able to really just get away from us. Really frustrating there, because I think if we probably got in Russell, maybe we could catch Hamilton. But as I say, as we go very wayward there, off circuit there, that's another thing that can happen at that corner. As there's contact between myself and Gasly, I think I was just, as I say, I was trying to pinch him as he was coming in there to take the racing line. And it's just a misjudged how much space I left him on the right hand side there as well. Gasly doesn't have a front wing, which is also annoying because he's now slow, as he's slow as the Haas car basically, to make a move down at the chicane rather, up to up another position as we're watching Daniel Ricciardo then having a battle with Charles Leclerc. This is for P2. Verstappen is way out in front in this race, very comfortable, and Leclerc is in front. The home fans were like that. Next up for Ricciardo, I think Ricciardo might have got damage out of that, is Tsunoda, as we're watching Tsunoda's teammate Callum Ilott trying to go around the outside of the Renault of Esteban Ocon, and there's contact between those two as well. So a few people coming in for an early pit stop. We're going to be in it for a little bit of an early pit stop. I'm not going to lie, tyre wear was okay. We probably could have gone on for another lap, but we lost so much time to Russell. Just as I said, in this car I clearly don't have the pace around here. 2.4. Look at that beautiful pit stop. That's an advantage of being in the Williams team, is they are quick at pit stops on the F1 game, and I mean really quick. Maybe they'll update the pit stop delta for each team as Ilott goes through then in the much faster AlphaTauri portion. After the pit stops then, there's been a change of order because although Verstappen leads, Tsunoda's now up to second and Stroll is third, and he's holding up the likes of Ilott. Although saying that, the two Renaults were saying that both Russell and Norris have gone long in this race, looking to get solitary points with the carnage behind. And I can tell you that Russell and Norris are P4 up in P4 and P5, where they make the pit stops. But yes. As Gasly then goes through again, this time no contact between ourselves, and he's up another position. But there is contact between something happening to Sainz. He cut off, I think that was Norris. Well, not Norris there, and it was in this fluorescent contact. There he is up in position. There's Hamilton going past Ricciardo, and Hamilton there is we've forced Gasly wide. A nice move around the outside. Can't make the corner. No, we're gonna have to give Stroll the position back into the chicane. Excuse me. As well, but we will have a good run because Ricciardo, I don't think's got any front wing left. Down the inside, the penultimate corner, and we're up at another position, so we're ahead of Stroll and back ahead in front of Stroll and Gasly. And look how slow Ricciardo's going in, and there he pits, and Hamilton's in as well. So maybe Hamilton made contact, and there's Vettel, and we all of a sudden we were down and out, not getting any points in this race, and now we've somehow managed to get up into P10. The craziness that Imola provides with the amount of front wings is there. There's contact between Gasly and Stroll as well. And Gasly then comes into the pits for the second time, as well as Stroll all over the back of us there, and briefly in that shot, unable to get past as we're watching. Norris is now behind Russell for P4. So Russell's having a very good race. We're stuck down in P10, partly thanks to Gasly. Stroll has a go through that corner. We give him some space, but he takes the curbing, and there's contact with Stroll, and I think he's lost his front wing as well. Stroll's out of the race. We're watching Vettel now. Vettel is coming for us. That's how poor my pace is. Vettel's on a roll as he's given Latifi a Spinala there. Well, but Vettel's on a roll, and he will be catching up to us as Hamilton, who had made a second pit stop, is out of the race. Second, another engine failure for Mercedes, not great for them. So you jump now to the penultimate lap number 15. You can see that the likes of Ilott, Alonso, Ocon are not so far ahead of us. We're going to play the tactical guy to get DRS here on Sebastian Vettel, and to 300 IQ strategy. Vettel has a little bit of a twitch out the final corner as well. We've got plenty of ERS to use as well, so we should be able to just closing. It's an easy move past Sebastian to retake P10. That should solidify P10, which it does, as we go into the penultimate corner and then the final corner then. But pace wasn't great. As Verstappen has won the Grand Prix, we're coming home for a solitary point. Not great, to be honest. We'll see where Russell finished in the end, but considering where we started, starting P18 I would have taken the point, but considering the fact we were behind Russell by not by much, the fact that we've lost out to him and he finished P6 in the end as he got overtaken by Norris and Leclerc. Ferrari not having a great time as Sainz then getting the podium there for the Scuderia as something happened to Latifi, so he got lapped. So yes, we're down to P12 now in the championship, 46 points behind Verstappen. Tsunoda's up to P2 in the championship now as well, so we've got a lot of work to do. But Portugal is next, so hopefully that should be a good track for me. And in terms of the constructors, retain P5 for Ferrari, McLaren,
amazing
P2.
performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. Who would you say is your biggest rival at the moment?
None of those, thank you, Claire.
You were cutting your way through the field during the race.
Well, as I say, people had crazy amounts of front wing changes.
You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled.
Well, I was in control. It's just a shame some of the others.
Appreciate your time.
Contact with the others, as I say. Gasly was partly my fault, I'll admit that. But Stroll took the curbing. I did give him a little bit of space, but in the end there. But there's a miracle happening. You can see the fabrication is flashing for the Spec 3. So that means those final 4 Sashi upgrades should be on the car soon as well, as soon as that upgrade comes in as well. So by the time we get to, I'm going to say Baku, or hopefully Baku, we'll try and rush them on for Baku and have all those Sashi upgrades done for Baku, and hopefully we'll be able to see the true performance of where this maxed out Williams car is, as well. By the way, we have maxed out the durability as well, because Mercedes have brought that final upgrade. So we've got these 4 upgrades to finish off. That's the plan of action. Hopefully to have them on by the time we get to Baku, because there are a lot of weeks between the time now and Baku in the calendar. So Baku, of course, is a good track for me, and hopefully then race win at Baku in a BMW Williams. We'll have to wait and see. If you have then though enjoyed this video, then leave a like, subscribe channel if you're new, see plenty more F1 2021 and F1 22 Drive Career videos. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, thanks so much for watching, enjoy your day, and goodbye.